So you think senior living is all about early bird specials and bingo nights? Well, think again. Today we're going to talk about the Iredell Senior Games and how they're redefining what it means to be 50 and better.
Welcome to Front and Center, the podcast that pulls back the curtain on government operations, offering you an exclusive glimpse into the inner workings of the city of Statesville.
Welcome back to Front and Center. I'm here with my fabulous co-host, Nikayla Griffin.
Hi.
Hope you're doing well today, Nikayla.
I am.
We have a very special guest with us here today. I don't know if I want to call him special.
He is special,
He is
April.
special?
He is special.
Thanks.
He's special to me.
Well, everyone, this is Daniel Lewis. You may have seen him over at the Fitness and Activity Center. He works for Statesville Parks and Rec, and Daniel is the, I'm going to get this right, Aquatics and Athletic Coordinator, not just athletics.
That is correct.
I got it right. All right.
Awesome.
So we're going to jump into senior games. You've been handling this for a while, so
A few years.
a few years. Are you in the senior games?
Not yet.
You just.
But someone here
oversee
could
them.
be.
Oh, here we go. All right, Nikayla, he's already calling you out.
Oh.
Nikayla, let's jump into the questions before we start a fight.
Okay, so let's get into it. So, Daniel, you helped bring Iredell Senior Games to life, and that is so amazing. So, what's your role, and how do you get involved? How did you get involved? I'm sorry.
So I am the local coordinator for Iredell Senior Games.
Okay.
It kind of came with the job to start out with, but as the years have gone by, the ability to be with this group of seniors that continually grows each year, it grabs a hold of you. It gets the opportunity to spend a lot of time with a good group of people, an ever-changing group of people.
Awesome. I love it.
Well, this senior games have been a staple in Iredell County for many years. This just kills me to say this, but 50 plus. Is 50 really senior citizen? Or
By senior standards, I think technically no. But North Carolina Senior Games represents anybody that is age 50 or over, and that is your age as of December the 31st of this year. So if you're 49 and you turned 50 this year, you can compete in the Senior Games.
You don't have time for that.
Nikayla, how old are you?
I am 36, so I got a long time.
I told you December 31st I'll be 49 and holding.
That's
Okay.
it. And we're going to stick to it.
So what makes it so special for Iredell County? I mean,
It's just not Iredell County. It's across the nation. Of course, North Carolina being the largest senior games in the nation. It's about the celebration of life, the opportunity to get out, to get a group of individuals together. The fellowship's the biggest thing. The chance to spend time with a group of people that are like yourselves, that are at that 50-year-old age group that want to participate, that want to get out, that need that opportunity.
right. It's just a great opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people lucky enough to retire 50, 55. But I mean, for those of us that are not going to be retiring at 50 or 55, we know that this is waiting for us, but we can still participate now.
You can still participate even though you are going to work every day, those types of things. We do have events that are, we have some events that are on Saturdays.
Okay, nice.
We have events that, for the most part, we run through the week.
Okay.
But we have luncheons, we have breakfast, we have dinners.
Well, now you're calling my name.
That's it.
We have performing arts, so it's
I'm going to drop you off.
Performing arts, Nikayla, that's you.
That's it. We can do this. We're going to be together for a long time, April.
All right, moving on. Sorry,
Okay.
we're being crazy today.
So there's a long list of sports that, you guys do. So you got bowling, cycling, basketball, pickleball.
Good Lord, pickleball is so competitive.
It is. Like, I
Growing
just
fast.
saw them this morning. So what are some of the most competitive sports or events that you guys do?
Of course, you can't say competitive without talking about pickleball.
Right.
Pickleball is one of the fastest growing senior sports in the nation, if not the fastest. Cornhole is one of our big events.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
I like
Our
cornhole.
seniors love to get together to play the cornhole, bocce,
okay.
bowling.
This sounds like fun.
Billiards,
Here I was
horseshoes.
doubting this.
Exactly.
Man, this sounds like a lot of fun. Can I bring my kids?
Yeah,
They can
hang out.
watch. All right, so North Carolina is special. We know North Carolina is special anyway.
Absolutely.
So, but they're the only state to recognize silver arts. What is this unique program? What kind of creative talents are showcased?
So North Carolina is the only game ever that recognizes not everyone is an athlete. Not everybody can, and not everybody wants to compete on that level. So they opened up the silver arts side of things,
Okay.
and they've pushed it out to the national level for several years. And kind of the breakdown with the way that senior games go is you compete on the local level to qualify for the state level.
Okay.
That's held yearly. You compete at the state level to go on to the national level, which is done every 2 years.
And this is silver arts and the
Not silver arts.
Not
That's
so, just the
arts.
competition.
Silver
Okay.
arts is the only one that you can go to the state level. You can't go beyond that.
Okay.
So they recognize basically into 5 categories. You have the heritage arts, which is things like basket weaving, crocheting.
Oh, that's fun.
That sounds
wood
like fun.
carving, woodworking. Then you have the visual arts, which is painting, photography, any type of things like that, sculpture making. Then the literary arts, they have 4 categories inside of it: life experience, poems, short stories, things like that. Then we have the performing arts. So if you like to dance, you like to sing.
Well, we're talking about Nikayla now.
That's right. That's right. So you get the
Having something
opportunity
for me.
That's right. You get the opportunity to go on stage and perform for everybody. And then lastly is cheerleading.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. So they offer the cheerleading level starting a few years back, and you can put a cheerleading squad together, and they can go to the state finals and cheer.
Kind of sounds like America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
You got it.
I mean, all
You got
right.
it.
But 50 and up, because you can't be 50 and be on some of these shows. So, hey.
Well.
Well.
So, have you ever seen someone that like completely surprised you, and they had like a hidden talent? Maybe they were a first-time person coming, and they didn't know that they were the best basketball player. They had some Michael Jordan in them.
It's every year.
Okay,
Every
okay.
year you have somebody new that comes out that just didn't get it, just didn't understand it, didn't really know what senior games is all about. And then they get there and it's like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Every year, and the way senior games works is it's based on your age category. So, and you're competing. If you turn 50 this year, you compete against 50 to 54-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
And then it goes, 55 to 59, 60 to 64, so on and so forth, and then it breaks down whether you're male or female.
That's awesome.
So you are competing against people in your age bracket.
Well, shoot, here I was thinking I was going to get to compete against a 75-year-old and feel like a winner.
Are you saying you're going to compete?
No, I'm
No,
not
you
going
got
to do
years
that.
before you
I got
compete,
years
April.
before I can do that. That's good to know, though. I mean,
Yes,
but
it
I'm going to
is.
tell you right now, there are some 60 to 75-year-olds that whoop my hind end and whatever
yeah.
it is.
Mine too, yeah.
There's no joke. So, I mean, we have some very, very good athletes around here, and they don't play around.
You're
It's
right.
a serious
You're right.
to them. So, speaking of serious, let's talk about, have you seen a lot of any strong friendships or friendly rivalries? I can't even imagine because
There has been a tremendous amount of friendly rivalries.
and not so friendly.
And some not so friendly. We do have a good group. You mentioned that as far as athletes, we have, it goes back to when I started with senior games. We had 2 young ladies, Ethel and Martha Barker, Ethel Morrison, and they competed in high school. When they went out into the workforce, they actually worked in 2 different companies and played in our adult softball league against
wow.
each other.
They kept it going.
It carried into senior games, and they were knockdown, drag out in every event possible.
So sweet.
Actually, a funny story, and I know I mentioned it to you earlier, but we had my first year, I was scared it was going to go to blows at Statesville High School between these 2 ladies.
This is serious now. I mean, they are serious about
Some
this.
of it is, but it's just the camaraderie. We have very special people that come through. We have a steering committee of seniors put together that helps us determine what the games are going to be.
Right.
That's awesome.
Anywhere from families that donate their time, donate their money, sponsorships into the program. You ask about those friendships and the competition. We had Phil and Fran Cruz, Phil who passed a couple of years back, Fran who still competes and still wants to be there doing and donates to the games. But, just that fierce competitiveness in those 2, every day that they stepped to play in the games, they wanted to win, and they cherished their medals. And then they donated the medals back after it was over.
Oh,
So
They had bragging
you had
rights.
those,
Right, yeah.
all the way
Bragging
up
rights.
to, we had Doris Willard 2 years ago that was competing in the 100+ age category in bowling. So
oh my goodness.
The 100
That is
plus.
amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So it's definitely one of those things that just grabs a hold of you, and once it
That's
gets you in,
awesome.
it keeps you there.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's awesome. So, what would you say to someone that's thinking, I'm really not an athlete or I haven't done anything creative in years? How would you get them to be a part of your fun group?
Come and join us.
Okay.
I mean, don't come into it with high expectations of you want to compete, you want to win. We have an event called the Fun Walk, which is literally you walk. And you get a medal for walking. They even they have that representation at the state level as well. If you want to go to Raleigh and compete on the state level and just go walk, you can go walk. We eat.
That's it.
We eat breakfast, we eat lunch, and we eat a dinner.
Okay.
3 different eating events. So it's the opportunity to come in to fellowship, get to talk to each other. And just spend time with, again, those individuals that have the like wants and needs is what you do.
That's awesome.
And a lot of it is also keeping them healthy, keeping our seniors healthy.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a celebration of the human spirit.
yeah, I mean, it keeps you active. And I mean,
Yep.
we all know what happens when you don't exercise. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, I mean, you're tired. I'm tired all the time. So
Yep.
that's how I feel. I don't have time. So, all right, let's move on. Let's get away from me. Where are we at? All right, so you're going to tell us now, where do the games take place and how can you sign up?
So starting with registration deadline is Wednesday, April the 9th. You can register 2 ways. You can register first by coming by the Fitness and Activity Center, 1875 Simonton Road. Fill out a form, turn all your stuff in there. At our rec center, it is $10 to participate. The other option would go on to torch.ncseniorgames.org and sign up at the state level, and you'll sign up through the state website into our local games.
Okay.
As far as the games, we begin with our breakfast and our opening ceremonies on Friday, April the 11th. Then we run basically for the next 3 weeks, different events, different days, different places, anywhere from the Iredell Senior Center to Statesville High School, the Fitness and Activity Center, Caldwell Park. So we're a little bit everywhere.
That's good.
So I lost my train of thought. I was going to ask you something. I'm sorry. So what do I get when I pay my $10? Do I get to compete in one event? Do I get to compete in 10 events?
You can compete in as many events as you want.
What do I
For
get for
$10?
$10? A
You get this T-shirt.
All right.
You already got yours.
Here we go. All right.
You
get a T-shirt?
You get a T-shirt. We a few years back went away from the gold, silver medal process.
Okay.
We have one medal that, of course, has this logo on it, which is our Senior Games logo. And then for every time that you win a game, you get a star that you put on the lanyard.
Okay.
That way you can take your lanyard with you everywhere. It allows you to come into each one of the meals for free.
Okay.
So that's a lunch.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah,
that breakfast, that lunch, that dinner.
We're feeding you.
Absolutely.
You get a T-shirt, and you've paid $10.
That's right.
That's
And
pretty
you
good.
have all this socializing
Now we do-
and games and all. Yeah, this is cool. I thought maybe just one game for $10.
We also
Shoot.
do 2 socials a year.
Right. We just
we
had
do-
one.
That's right. We start with, of course, we'll run through our games. Once the games are over, we turn everything into the state. We run a winter social. That's in December. At that social, we allow the first 100 people to sign up. And kind of the way that we do it is if you participate this year, the way that you get in is bring somebody new. That way we have 50 returners at that event,
Yep.
and we have 50 new people at that event.
Gotcha.
It is free. We have a band that comes out and performs. And
nice.
Do you dance?
I do not.
Oh, just wondering.
Wow. You got to
do not.
start dancing. Come on.
We then have our spring social, which is in March. It is also a free event. We have food there for that you pick up the food. And if you're a first-time participant and you come by in that event in March, you sign up for free.
Okay.
So you don't have to pay that $10. You get your T-shirt. You can sign up for as many events as you want to participate in.
But you missed it for this year.
But you missed it for this year.
Yeah.
So don't let that stop you from coming out and
That's right.
participating this year.
Well, that's awesome. I want you to start dancing a little bit at the events.
Careful,
Let's
man.
draw more people.
I know, that's what I'm like. I need the maximum amount of people.
Careful.
So if someone is a first-time competitor, what's the best way to prepare for the games? Like, do they need to start walking more, eating certain things? Like, what do they do?
Well, the first thing you need to do is get into the gym.
Okay.
Start working on your total maxes. You need to start running 5 miles a day.
Oh,
You're crazy.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I figured
You
it would be
lost me
something.
with 5 miles. Well, you lost me in gym.
You just have to start. You have to come in with an open mind.
There you go. Okay.
And come in with the ability to. You just want to have fun.
Exactly.
We are a good group. We cut up. The personalities with all the seniors starts to intermingle. You find your group. We do, like I said, you get into the bowling, you get into some of the competitive events and things like that. That's fine, but you don't have to take anything and be competitive in any of it.
Right.
You can just come to participate. You can come to watch. You can come to hang out. You can come to eat. Pay your $10 and you're going to come to the 3 meals and get a T-shirt.
Get a T-shirt.
So that's just, for us, it's that opportunity just to socialize, to celebrate that human spirit.
That's good.
So we touched on this a second ago when I asked if my kids could come and watch if I competed. But what about other spectators? And can other people just come and watch? Can your family come watch?
Sure.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then,
we have, so when we talk about our field events, we run, that's a fun day. That's a Saturday event at Statesville High. We have our 100-meter dash, 200, 400, 800, 1,500-meter power walk.
Lord have mercy.
You have 5K runs, 10K runs.
Lord, no.
1 mile cycling events, 10-mile cycling
All right,
events.
that's enough of that. What's the most exciting event to watch? Because you're getting on. I can't deal with all this running now. That's a lot of running. He said 10K. Lord have mercy.
Well, but my whole point in that is you can come sit down and watch for that day and have the opportunity to sit in the stands and see the actual event and see the games and see the participants. So that's the fun part.
Yeah, that I'm all about watching everybody else do all the work.
No,
what
you
you
are
did.
definitely not that kind of person. She's a hard
When
worker.
it comes to exercise.
I know. I'm trying to put you out there. She's a hard worker.
But go back. What's the most exciting event that you've watched? Let's say competitiveness.
It depends on the time frame. If you go back to the two that I mentioned earlier, the two young ladies that competed in the 25 to 29 age group, any event that they were in, because they competed
You just
against
watched
each
it
other,
to see what was going to happen.
I was scared. And the stories of those two, and I say that in light with those two and how they participated. These two ladies were friends. Louise Barker, who has since passed, but they went to state finals every year together. Barbara Stradley held them together. She took them, transported them to and from, got them to all their games. And those those 3 ladies in state finals, you compete in 5 events. They competed in all 5 events against each other.
Wow.
At the state finals level. So, that was always fun. Cornhole's always fun to watch because there's so many people that participate. If you want to be awed, come and watch the cycling events. Several of the senior games actually work together and host their cycling events at the racetrack in Charlotte, Lowe's Motor Speedway. We don't do that. We actually ride here in Statesville. But any of those events are fun to watch. Bocce is always a fun event to watch because it's very competitive, and you don't have to be a real athlete to do it.
Maybe I'll sign up for that.
That's right.
I don't know what that is.
You're old enough.
Yeah, I'm old enough. I'm admitting it.
Nice.
At the end of this year.
No. Oh, goodness. She did. So what's your favorite part about running senior games? I know you said a lot, but
Fellowship.
okay.
That's a simple answer.
Yeah.
We do have a good group. We talk a lot. We spend a lot of time together. For me, as far as my job goes, truthfully, that's my funnest 3 weeks out of the year. I'm out of the office.
So cool.
That is cool.
I get to go to all these different events. I have a fun group of people to spend time with, to talk with, to learn about, and I get to compete with them as well. I am not old enough yet, but if
You're not far behind.
if you're very true, but I'm not there yet. But if you have that one competitor that because of the age breakdown they don't have somebody to play against, I normally step in and play with them,
wow.
and I get beat quite often.
I got you. I'm telling you, and that's
They're brutal.
Right. I can see that.
what's the funniest or most inspiring thing you've seen at the games. Pick one, funny or inspiring. That's tough. I know because you.
That's a very tough one. I guess the most inspiring would have to be Doris Willard. 2 years ago, 100 years old, bowling. They did an article in the paper about her, and we sent it on to the state level and whatnot. But just where it is, and where Senior Games puts you.
I think that's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's just wow. That's all I can say is
Me
wow.
too. Like
I'm like at my age, I'm already feeling so run down, and I can't imagine being 100 years old
Bowling.
and still going and bowling.
And she drove there. She drove to the
And
event.
she drove to the event.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be okay, April. We can get this. So, Coach, give us a pep talk.
Yep.
Get our heads in the game, or get the community's head in the game, and help you get people out to be a part of this, and tell us why we should sign up.
Everybody,
Don't look at me.
That's what I said. But I'm in it with you. Tell us why we should sign up.
So everybody has an opportunity to have something to do with Senior Games.
Yes.
Whether it be a participant, whether it be a sponsor. This is the one thing we have our own. We sponsor a majority of our own stuff. So we go around, we get sponsors. I thank you to all of our sponsors. They're on the back of my shirt if you want to read them. But
Thank you.
all of our sponsors donate money up to our gold sponsorship's $800 and above. Our silver is $250 to $799, and our silver sponsor, our bronze sponsor is below that. But local businesses around the area sponsor us. As far as participants go, a lot of people look at it as I'm 50 years old. I'm not a senior yet. By Senior Games standards, you are, and you get the opportunity to come out and participate.
Meet new people.
Meet new
That's
people,
what it's
have
about.
fun, enjoy the time that's out there, talk. You may have that event, and I've sat here and said bocce a couple times. People may not have a clue what bocce is.
I don't.
Me
but
neither. I've just been shaking my head.
It's that fun little game you see everybody play at the beach. You roll out the one little ball, and then you got 4 balls, and you try to roll them.
Okay. My kids lost
That's
those in the
bocce.
ocean.
That happens.
We bought that. Yeah.
Whether it be bocce, whether it be pickleball, or something new that you just want to learn, you want to try, you don't have to be competitive. You can come out and just visit with us, give us the opportunity to reel you in.
That's good.
And it sounds like you don't have to be super athletic.
You don't.
I mean, it's just.
You get to play.
It's
you get to play
appealing now,
cornhole,
so
You get
yeah.
to play bocce.
Yeah.
I mean, you can come out there and play badminton. I did. One lady played badminton and said I put her playing against the ninjas. It didn't work out well for her. So.
Well,
It just sounds like it's a lot of fun to me.
It is.
So, well, we appreciate you coming on today.
We do. Thank you
and
so
if people
much.
have questions, they can email you directly. And that's DLewis, DLEWIS, at statesvillenc.net.
That's correct.
Or give you a call, and I wrote your number down. It's 704-878-3429.
That's correct.
And just ask for the Senior Games Coordinator. I'm just kidding.
That's right. You can absolutely.
No. I know you love this part of your job. And I think it's amazing when we do have something that we really enjoy so much. And it doesn't feel like a job anymore when you're doing this part of your job. So,
And that's what Senior Games is.
and
awesome.
I brought you a registration form, by the way.
did you? We're
gonna
going to
rip
cut
it
out
up.
for now. We appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Again, Daniel's here to answer any questions you may have. If you want to register, you have until April 9th.
April the 9th.
April 9th to get registered. Tell them again, where do you register?
Register online through torch.ncseniorgames.org or register in person at the Statesville Fitness and Activity Center, 1875 Simonton Road here in Statesville.
If I register online, do I come by you there to get my T-shirt?
You can, yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so you can still be.
Or
you
you
can do both.
can, if you register online, your first event, I'll have your T-shirt there. to
Okay,
hand to you.
perfect. Okay, that's what we needed to know. Make sure I
Perfect.
get my T-shirt.
You already have it.
Thank you again, everyone, and we hope you will tune in next time.
Tune in to the next episode as we share our dedication to transparency, public service, and governance, shining a spotlight on our commitment to keeping you well informed about all things City of Statesville.